Good morning, it's David Hazard from ZoomMail Email Marketing. And what I just wanted to do was go through some of the questions that people had with regards to the playground and what to actually use or what to do in the playground, or because I think the playground answers an awful lot of the questions that people have. Okay, right. So if I actually was to go in, so I've logged in. If I actually go into the live API, and these are all actual calls that it actually creates on your account, right? Yeah. So in other words, if I turn around and go click on the Get API My Details, that's the first time that it's built actually, because I've just uploaded a new version. So this is the actual endpoint call, right? Yeah, this is a get, and this is the response, right? Yeah, and the raw communications, right? Yeah, that were actually made. So if I was to do something like look in Fiddler as to what the communications to and fro were, this is what it actually is, right? Yeah. So on a get, it's pretty simple because there is no body. Yeah. So that is the access token. Now you can similarly turn around and go and see that in our live API. Here is your access token here. So now if we turn around and attempt to then turn around and go right, import. So what I should do first of all is let me go into my test account. I think it's this one. I just want to check that these accounts are the same. So that's 8782. And if I just go back to here and go 8782. So yes, okay, so well, I could have actually seen it there anyway. 8782. Right, yeah. So if I go to subscribers, and groups, and if I create a group, you won't have to do this every time, but I'm just showing how people can find out various things, and this is also how you can actually check that things are working. So I'm just going to create a group called test group. Okay, right, yeah, so here it is here. There's nobody in it. There's, ironically, the group ID, 45100. Just note that down. 45100. And obviously we know that its name is test group, no space, right, yeah. If we actually were to go back to the API, we can also turn around and click here. And that one's not working because it didn't work earlier. Doesn't really matter. We know that, it's test group, and we know its ID is 45100. Right, yeah. So if I go to import and I go dash test 27055 dash 01. test group 45100. Now, some of you have been asked about custom fields. Custom fields are actually dynamic, so actually if that custom field doesn't exist, the system will create it. So, but some of you have been asked for DOB, date of birth, 16th of the 10th, 65, and save. So we can actually see that this is the endpoint. Yeah. Again, this is the header that's in the communication to and fro, because in this instance, there will have been data. There'll have been a payload actually in the body. But again, was it, look, endpoint, access token, data that's actually been passed. Now, if you actually had a requirement to do multiples of these, you would in essence just copy this item again and again and again with commas in between them. Yeah. So what I'll do is, so look, if I just quickly show this in Notepad. Oh, I need to make sure that you can see that Notepad. Display properties. Yes. Okay. Why can you not see that? Okay, so you can see that now. So if I just went Control V, so this item again would be, and maybe was it, that would obviously be a different email address, 02, yeah, and maybe was it this data is different, 66, yeah. Maybe this is John. Yeah, it's going into the same group, but in essence, that's how JSON works. So there would be multiples of that you could have then used on that would be the body of the post that's going to the endpoint, yeah, with the access token. Okay, so let's go back to ZoomMail. We just actually click refresh here. First things first, if I actually go here, look, you can actually see that an import has happened. Right, yeah. So that was done via API. And if we go to test group, look, test group has 1 and I'm in it. Yeah. So if we actually click on it and we look at custom fields, we'll also see that custom data has arrived. So first name, last name, email address, yeah. So in essence, I hope we should be able to respond an awful lot quicker in the next week to queries that people have. But I think that in essence, that should probably answer a lot of people's questions. So just to go back again, this, as I mentioned, this live API will actually show the direct calls to the API. Later on this evening also, look, I will also have the docs working. I see the docs is not working, and I'll make sure that that's working. But yeah, thank you very much.